I just saw a video and I was laughing. He just started staring at me like that. I was just watching a video, baby. Go to sleep. And then there's a bird outside laughing too. And he was like, what is going on? Oh, here he comes. He just has to know. He has to know everything. He's so nosy. Hi. How are you? Today is Wednesday. Wednesdays are Pilates days. So we're going to go do that. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. Last night I had a dream that we were playing checkers. If you're even here, I don't even know if you're watching. I assume that you are. But we were playing checkers. I mean, we were not playing checkers. We were playing chess. I don't know how to play chess. I know how to play chess in life. I don't know how to play the game chess. But we were playing chess. And apparently you knew how to play. And I didn't. And I was just watching. And I was like, can you teach me how to play? And you were like playing for me. And you were like, you can do this, you can do this. But in my mind, I knew that you were going to win because you knew what was happening and you kept smirking. And it was like, winner gets what they want, right? And like, you wanted me. So yeah, that happened in my dream last night. So I have it written in my notes. And if I don't share it here, it's in my notes. But yeah. Also, I bought this massage gun thingy. Oh my god, it feels so good. It feels so good because I haven't gone to get a massage. I just don't want anybody touching me, so I canceled my membership at Massage Envy. Don't touch me anymore. We are in Job chapter 38. The Lord speaks. He's gonna speak to us. Are you ready? I just had one of the most beautiful encounters with God. The song that I'm going to use at the end of this video, it speaks to this chapter and the chapters that are to follow, and I hope you like it because I love this song so much. And that last line, those last two lines, they get me. So chapter 38, our God answers. He answers Job, and he answers him so intensely and so poetically and so godly. And I'm going to read it to you because it is powerful and it is worthy of recognition and it's just perfect. So I hope you like it because God said it. And it's powerful. It is powerful. He shuts down all of the sass. Okay? Chapter 38, the Lord speaks. Then the Lord answered Job out of the storm. He said, who is this that darkens my counsel with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you will answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together, and all the angels shouted for joy. Who shut up the sea behind the doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and wrapped it in thick darkness, when I fixed limits for it and set its stores and bars in place, when I said, this far you may come and no farther. Here is where your proud waves halt. Have you ever given orders to the morning, or shown the dawn its place? that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it. The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their upraised arm is broken. Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you? Have you seen the gates of the shadow of death? Have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. What is the way to the abode of light? And where does darkness reside? Can you take them to their places? Do you know the paths to their dwellings? Surely you know, for you were already born. You have lived so many lives. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or seen the storehouses of the hail, which I reserve for times of trouble, for days of war and battle? What is the way to the place where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain, and a path for the thunderstorm, to water a land where no man lives, a desert with no one in it, to satisfy a desolate wasteland and make it sprout with grass? Does the rain have a father? Who fathers the drops of dew? From whose womb comes the ice? Who gives birth to the frost from the heavens when the waters become hard as stone, when the surface of the deep is frozen? Can you bind the beautiful Pleiades? Can you loose the cords of Orion? Can you bring forth the constellations in their seasons, or lead out the bear with its cubs? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Can you set up God's dominion over the earth? Can you raise your voice to the clouds and cover yourself with the flood of water? Do you send the lightning bolts on their way? Do they report to you, "Here we are"? Who endowed the heart with wisdom or gave understanding to the mind? Who has the wisdom to count the clouds? Who can tip over the water jars of the heavens when the dust becomes hard and the clods of earth stick together? Do you hunt the prey for the lioness and satisfy the hunger of the lions when they crouch in their dens or lie in wait in a thicket? Who provides food for the raven when its young cry out to God and wander about for lack of food? That completes chapter 38 for us. It is currently 11:23 on the clock. 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? So, I highlighted a couple of things from the excerpt. These are the few things that I highlighted. Who is this that darkens my counsel with words without knowledge? In the span of a few days, Job experiences more tragedy than most people encounter in a lifetime. He cannot even suffer with dignity, for he has to endure his wife's taunts and his friends' lectures. Nearly every argument on the problem of pain appears somewhere in the book of Job, but the arguing never seems to help poor Job. He is suffering a crisis of relationship more than a crisis of intellectual doubt. He wants an explanation straight from the source. And then it says, God talks, Job listens. I highlighted, God begins, I will question you and you shall answer me. God doesn't explain, he explodes through a storm. He says that to try to explain the kind of things Job wants explained would be like trying to explain Einstein to a little neck clam. I laughed at this part because our human knowledge cannot comprehend the depth and the magnitude that is God. He is too much for our understanding. That's why it bothers me when people try to put him in a box, because that's not where he belongs. God does not need Job's or anyone else's advice on how to run the world. And then the last part, surely I spoke of things I did not understand. He confesses, things too wonderful for me to know. That's Job 42. That's one of the last things that Job says about God and his experience. And that is what the lyrics of the song that I am playing in this video, that is what they say. I spoke of things I did not understand, and my God knelt and answered me.
I said, God, I do not understand this world. Everything is dying and broken. Why do I see nothing but suffering? God, I'm asking, could this be your plan? Sin has taken hold of this whole land. Will you not say anything else to me? He said, where were you the day that I measured, sunk the base and stretched the line over all the earth and carved out its cornerstone? Where were you the day that I spoke and told the sun to split the night open, called the morning dawn with its light to show? Who shut in the ocean with stone doors, marked the reach of tides on those new shores, on the day the waves rose and first broke forth? Have you seen the springs of that great sea? Walked the caverns carved in the black deep, through the gates of darkness there on its floor? Have you seen the armory I hold? Snow and hail are stacked up in silos for the times of trouble and war and strife. Can you raise your voice to the storm cloud? Would the thunder answer and ring out? Does the lightning ask you where it should strike? Who has cleft a channel for torrents, rain to sprout the desert with forests, in the wilderness that my hand has filled? Can you hunt the prey for young lions? Can you loose the cords of Orion? Is this whole world bending beneath your will? I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me, although I had no right to ask. My God knelt and answered me.